Hey, IDS-410. Welcome to Module 7. This is it, as I have proclaimed. I want to get right into this, Module 7. It's the final paper. Okay, so first of all, I want to give you the general overview again of what we're doing. I'm trying to think of a metaphor for it. Let's just say that I want you to write a paper on going to Disneyland, okay? Now, I don't want to know about Pirates of the Caribbean, Space Mountain. I want to know how you're going to get there. For example, how? For example, when? This is our was that a week? I don't know. This is our project, though. It's trying to accomplish something, social change locally, and determining how we're going to do that. Yeah, when we're going to do that, whatever. But how we're going to do that, the details, right? How you get there. And you don't get there, I feel, as far as what we're trying to do, we don't get there by pointing and telling somebody else what to do. There's a lot of experts in a lot of fields. You know that. You're probably an expert in your field, okay? But what we're doing here is not determining how to solve wars, end wars, how to, cross country, house the unhoused, try to find solutions to income inequality, educational inequality in a broad, global, national, statewide area. We can't do it. Let's just admit it, okay? If you came and asked me to write a paper on brain surgery, I could probably do some research and figure out how it's done, but I'm not doing it, right? So let's look at, as I said in the beginning of the class, I pointed at that sign that facetiously says from The Onion, somebody ought to do something about all these problems. We can't just sit there and be the people pointing. If they only did this, if they just listened to me, if they did this. Okay, so what are we going to do individually? All right, off soapbox. I'm attaching two sample final papers that earned 400 out of 400. They're different, but they're similar. Okay, one of them is 18 pages, one of them is 11. The 18-page one was 19, but I cut it down with a couple of tweaks and things. And they're different in a way that I want to tell you. They both have the exact parts and sections that they needed, okay? Let's take the shorter one first, 11 pages. Yeah, you say, that's not short. I know it's not, but it's the shorter one here. And you'll notice if you look through it, you'll see the different three parts. You'll see the subsections, and they match the rubric, okay? It's very organized, very easy to follow. You'll notice that their sources are just chef's kiss. They are peer-reviewed sources, primary sources. They did exactly what needed to be done to present and develop a strategy and solve a problem, and commendable to them. This was fabulous. Looking at the other paper, the longer paper, they decided to use a lot of, I think they had a cover page, they used a lot of bullet points type lists. And to caution you on that, the longer one does have those bullet point lists, but they also have added in-depth information, okay? They're not trying to get away with just boom, 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 okay? They are going through it, bullet point and details. This is probably why it's 18 pages, okay? You'll notice that they used a lot of sources. They cited a lot of sources. Remember, whatever's in your reference list need to be cited in text. Whatever's cited in text needs to be in your reference list, okay? Notice they used a lot of sources. Not many are primary peer-reviewed sources. But there's enough legitimate sources in there for me to say, okay, this student did do the research here. They did look at things. Now, if I compare them, yes, I love the fact that The shorter paper used all peer-reviewed sources. That's excellent. The other one, they at least covered it broadly. And depending on the topic, there could be different sources available for those kind of things, right? So look at those checklists. And then notice that even in the subsections, I noticed they're right on target for the rubric, even though maybe somebody used different verbiage, aspects, actionability, actionable. So they did tweak things a little bit, but they stayed on target, okay? This is important. I am not being a formatting organizational maniac here. I am stressing the difference between academic writing and creative writing, okay? And in academic writing protocols, you need to be organized. You need to state the case for the particular subsection you're addressing in all kinds of research. You can go online right now and look at the NIH or any kind of research paper, and they're all going to have a certain amount of organization, a lot of organization. It might difference. You might see different kinds of sections, which is normal for research, but that's important. So, so per the instructions, like I said, under what to submit, it says 10 to 12 page Microsoft Word doc. I mean, you got this by now, don't you? No PDFs, no creative fonts. Please don't use any color unless you've got some kind of multimedia thing attached. APA style is great. Format the reference list and hanging paragraphs. Use those 2 sample papers to show you what yours should look like. If you do your paper and it looks like it fits right in with those 2, man, you got it, okay? So remember the 3 main parts: investigation, intervention, and advocacy. You can certainly put that. I'm not sure if the sample papers actually noted that, but they might have just had part 1, part 2, part 3. But yes, part 1 investigation, part 2 intervention, part 3 advocacy. Okay, and within those 3 parts, there are subsections. In part 1, there are 5. In part 2, there are 6. In part 3, there are 4. Okay, that's 15 subsections organized properly. Okay. Also, like I said, you're going to have those 15 in your rubric, as well as clear communication, and then citations and attributions. Make sure you get those. Please know that I'm available. Like I said, I do teach in high school certain days, but I can definitely make room. Phoenix time, let me know what time you're available in your time zone, and we'll do the math and we'll get something set up, okay? Great job so far in this course. I'm very, very pleased with your progress, and I think some of you hopefully have had that like aha moment where we went from, I'm gonna look at homelessness, I'm gonna talk about income inequality, I'm gonna research climate change, and you understand the difference between that and I'm gonna work in the local school system to set up X. I'm going to talk about, recycling in my community. Okay, all those different things that put you in a role, okay? Because if you're not in a role for this, then you're just telling somebody else what to do, right? Am I right? Am I right? So thank you very much for playing, as we say at the end of a game show. No parting gifts except your 3 credits, right on. It's 9 minutes. I'm gonna let you go early, but you guys have a great week and let me know if I can be of help. Thanks.